Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. It's Sunday afternoon, Memorial Day weekend, so I'm going to do a little bit of a chat here with you guys. Just a quick wrist check. I've got on my old Seiko 7548, the old 150 quartz. Got that on a all-American flag-looking band, a NATO strap for Memorial Day. And any of you out there that served in the military of any kind or did anything for our country in the military, I want to just say thank you so much for the effort and the sacrifice you've made. And that's what this weekend's all about. So getting a little windy here, as usual. I'm going to move my camera back. So my trees up here are dropping stuff on my head, so hopefully that doesn't show up. But hey, real quick today, mechanical watches, we're into mechanical and analog watches generally. I find on most of these channels we're into analog watches, but there's quite a bit of information out there, and there's a number of forums available for the digital watch guys, the Casio lovers and Timex lovers. Timex makes a lot of analog watches, but they also make their Iron Man series and a whole bunch of different digital type watches. But one watch for me in particular, or one, I guess you'd call it, category of watches inside of a manufacturer is the Casio G-Shock. And today I just wanted to ask you guys in general, how do you view the Casio G-Shock? I know that in the it was probably, I remember that I was in high school, so it was probably like 1985 or 1986. A friend of mine showed up to school with this Casio G-Shock, and I was wearing this watch at the time, the 7548 Seiko, which is a tough watch. It's a tool diver and stuff like that. But this guy in gym class, which gymnasiums and stuff like that, everything's hard as rock. He took his watch off, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll show you how tough my watch is." And he chucked it up against the closed bleachers, and the watch bounced off, and we were like, "Whoa, what are you thinking, man? You just broke your new watch." Well, he goes over, picks it up, perfect time, nothing, not a hiccup, anything going on like that. And he looks at us, "So how tough is your watch?" And I'm like, I'm not chucking my watch over there, for obvious reasons. And you can see videos of G-Shocks being worn by military, all kinds of different workers. I was actually, one of the things that spurred me to make this video is yesterday I was at a wedding up in the foothills, and there's a lot of guys up there, cowboys, well drillers. A lot of these guys were water well drillers and worked in that sort of industry. And as the wedding was going on and people were talking, I of course, being a wristwatch guy, I was doing wrist checks, and I would say 95% of what I saw people wearing were G-Shock watches, were tough, solar type or whatever G-Shock watches. And I'm talking, paint all over them, the faces scraped up, just banged up, beat up. But these guys were wearing these watches with pride. So, I bought this. This is a older model G-Shock that I bought back in the probably mid-90s. It's a 200-meter water resistant. It's got world time on it. It's got a backlight, so you can pretty much tell the time anywhere you want, wherever you are, at night, during the day. You can wear it doing anything. It's lightweight, so there's a lot going for these watches, and there's so much new technology out there. This one happens to be, I'm not sure, to be honest. I'll tell you right off, I don't keep track of reference numbers on my Casios. If I see one I like it, they're in that price range where I have no problem buying it, and so I pick it up. So this was actually given to me a couple Father's Day ago. This isn't actually a G-Shock. This is considered a tough solar, but that's what's awesome. I mean, this watch is solar, so the battery in here is going to last probably 25 years, and you're not going to have a problem. So this whole face right here is actually solar, and this one was probably close to $100 when I bought it, even back in the 90s. These ones you can pick up at like Target and stuff like that for 50 bucks. It's 100-meter water resistant, pretty tough little watch. What I really don't like about this one is it's got a plastic, and I just, to me that's just waiting to break. But I'll figure out a way to put it on a NATO strap. This one is the gosh, I think it's like a 9,000 something GV series, but this is the Five-Eyed Monster. This watch actually was in the movie, I think it's Battle for Los Angeles. There's a helicopter scene in there, and the helicopter pilot does a time check, and it's this one. It's the Five-Eyed Monster. So this is one of the earlier G-Shock Mudman series. You know, so this one is satellite, so it actually sets the time by satellite. This is solar. This is waterproof to 200 meters. It's mud-proof. It's just ridiculous what this watch can do, will do. So, you know, and then I got another tough solar series here. This is one of the older, the titanium Pathfinders. And actually, believe it or not, this was the watch that I went to when I retired my Bond era Seamaster. Ha! Figure that. Go from a Omega Seamaster to this thing. But you know what? I work in forestry, and this has a compass. This has an altimeter. Both things of which I need for work in certain situations, getting people to different areas. You know, and it's just a handy piece. And I don't wear it that much anymore. I was out in Colorado back in 2010. I go out there quite a bit, but I went on a 80-mile snowmobile adventure with a friend of mine with this watch on, and everything worked great, but that constant vibration on the snowmobile caused the pins to kind of wobble out. This all titanium bracelet and stuff like that, and I think that with the stainless steel pins, I think that's what they are, but you get galling and it tends to wobble out the hole. And so it's kind of, until I find some kind of adapter to put a different band on here, it's just kind of I keep it in the window every once in a while, keep it charged, and it's got a history with me, so I like this watch. But you guys, let me know what you think of you know, G-Shock watches. What are your thoughts on G-Shocks? You know, there's so many new ones coming out. I've seen guys do the unboxing. When PC Watch Guy was on, he did the unboxing of the Green Range Man. And I mean, that's an awesome looking watch. Really cool deal. So let me know. Do you guys have a Casio? Is there one in your a G-Shock? I'm kind of trying to stick with the G-Shock or the Tough Solars, but do you guys have one in your setup? Just go ahead and let me know. You know, let me know what you think. Also, that opening scene that I'm going to stick in here, that was from a peddler's fair up in the mountain, and I was looking inside this box of just junk watches, so I thought I'd share that with you guys. So anyways, great Memorial Day weekend to you all. Peace out.